Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of PairOfSocks Lost here on Hero Club Live. We are Hero Club, and Hero Club Live is not the main thing that we do on Hero Club. No. The main thing that we do over at Hero Club is our podcast, known as Hero Club. Please go and check it out. It is where we take our TTRPG sessions that we record live around the table. We edit them down with sound effects, music, into these tight, taut little audio anthologies of all different kind of genres. We're gonna list some of them out. We have noir, we have space, we have western, we have pirates, animal pirates. We have Christmases, different Christmases. We have stoner flicks, we have 80s slasher flicks. We have all different kinds, and if I've missed any of them, correct me in the comments by listening to all of them, why don't you? But here on Hero Club Live, we just sit around and play some Dungeons and Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master, Dylan McCullum, and I will explain more about what this campaign is in a moment. But first, let's talk to our players. Let's start with John. John, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hello, my name is John Madison. I play Tones Zuru, who is a turtle arcane chef who has lost his sense of taste and has ventured out here to find it, and just recently discovered that his familiar may not actually be his familiar, and also he found out that his dad is somewhere in this floating city, his dad who abandoned his family, possibly, is out here in the middle of this city as a head chef at a different restaurant, and he just met his brother. So there's a lot of emotional stuff going on with Tone, but Tone is a turtle chef trying to figure that out. And today, what I have to the signs today are all spooky related, so Halloween related. Here are some Halloween signs that you could learn. One is my favorite. The first one's my favorite, which is ghost, which is like, so this is soul. I've actually done this before. This is soul in sign language, but ghost is like because it's like a ghost. And then vampire is if you take the V sign, the letter. That was weird. You take the letter V and then you just like this on your neck as if you're getting bitten by a vampire.
Did you start doing this last time?
I don't know. I've done it like 5 times.
I've been trying. I just started wanting to learn. Not wanting. I got an app and I want to learn sign language, so I started.
Sign language is so cool and expressive and fun because it's great. So yeah.
Well, thank you, John. Let's move on over to Natasha. Natasha, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
I'm Natasha, and I am playing Princess Griselda Calzini, who is a circle of the shepherd. Oh my gosh, druid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm wearing a goofy shirt. And I'm wearing my goofy watch. That's backwards.
Is there any reason today, or you just felt like Goofy was the vibe?
No, I felt like it was the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. Just that.
Okay. Let's move on over to Hannah. Hannah, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
My name's Hannah. I play Marabella, a cleric of the Grave Domain, level 7, I think. And today, my fun fact is that on Venus, a day is longer than a year.
That stuff always scares me.
Yeah.
I don't like those.
It revolves around the sun faster than it makes one rotation, which is so silly.
Wow.
That's why we should stay on this one.
Right?
This one makes sense. Stay on this one, is my opinion.
When you look at them both, Earth is like blah, 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 and Venus is like it's just
Wow.
Let's move on over to Jasmine. Jasmine, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hello, I'm Jasmine. I play Zara. She is a halfling, doll, rogue, fighter, warlock, and Yeah.
Yeah, I've really made Jasmine's life hard. And last but certainly not least, Marty, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. I'm Marty Abbey Schneider, and I play Gulzog Intestine Scarf. He's an orc who is better at punching than he expected. He doesn't want that to be his only defining feature, and I'm very excited to see what has happened in my absence.
Yes, indeed. We'll get into that absence in a second, but hi, I'm Dylan. I am your Dungeon Master for Pair of Socks Lost. Pair of Socks Lost is based off of the 5e adventure book Wild Beyond the Witchlight, but no, it's not. I'll tell you right now, there's not a character named David who owns a hotel. That's just not a thing in that book. So which is better is my thing at this point. Yeah, it's based on that. It's also based on all of the inspirations that I wear right on my sleeve, which is, Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, Narnia, Peter Pan, all of those things wrapped into one. I made a little headcanon, and now I'm forcing my friends through my very own Once Upon a Time, the TV show that got bad after season 1. But I loved it the entire time. Anyway, we have some things to get caught up on. It was a hell of a weekend for me. I didn't know if I was going to have my computer back up until today. So I'm glad that we're here. Thank you so much for hanging out, and let's have some fun. All right, gang? Yeah, let's get into it. Last we left off, our party was separated a little bit. We had different people at different areas of the entire world. There was Gulzog, who had gotten the permit for the trees at City Hall after answering the riddles 3, but found himself ambushed by a large, imposing, Yeti-like figure with a sleeping cap. On the other side of town, there was Tone at the marketplace, being slowly surrounded by dwarves, members of the Pillow Fort Mafia. Then we had Marabella and Griselda, who were hearing about this plot moments before and were able to catch up with Tone's assailants and fight them off. But way before then, Zara had woken up in a doll's body, a doll that we later learned was named Edie, who seemed to be very important to one Pavel, a member of the resistance group the Weavers that they met quite a while ago when they first took down the Strait, before ever having to take care of the Scarecrow or getting to the Sky City at all. And she's been there for a while, successfully, very successfully, masquerading as Edie, without knowing much about her at all. I was able to get into a little bit of a groove of how Edie, this spy-like figure who got caught up in the cult of the Lollipop Guild, lived. And just so happened to be stationed at the marketplace in which Tone was attacked. They successfully fought off the assailants, Zara brutally murdering 3 people in quick succession with no one really noticing that a doll was doing it. It was quite horrifying. Happy Halloween, everyone. And then followed the Bouncing Tomato. Tone's familiar to a restaurant that hasn't been highlighted too much when people talk about the best of the best here in Fable Rise. A taste of home. And as it balances and rolls, it finds its way onto the shoulder of a younger looking turtle who looked excited to see the party. This was Tomas, who introduced himself as Tone's brother. we go now to a moment across town. Marty. We're going
Yes.
to you, bud.
Yeah.
Gulzog finds himself, you had turned around, failing your perception check, into the snow-white fur of this large creature, imposing, standing above you. And you just hear emanating from this creature. Hey! The boss wants to see you!
And I haven't heard his name or Nacius. I just got that from the notes last time.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, cool. Like he hasn't.
No one said anything about that. No.
Cool.
You just turned around and were face full of fur, basically.
The boss.
Yeah.
Gulzog's gonna look for like a uniform on him. Like, is it clear where he's from?
You don't see any uniform. It is basically just imagine like a Yeti, but with the only thing you see is a sleeping cap, like a nightcap on. Make a history check with disadvantage, or make an insight check.
With a straight insight check or history with disadvantage?
Yeah, straight insight check.
All right. Are you fucking 6?
6. It's fine. You have only been here for a certain amount of time in Fable Rise. Even if you were able to see what the uniform would be or what the significance of that hat was, you have no idea. Clearly, it seems out of place, but it also could just... The people dress weird in here.
Okay, and does Gulzog get like a threatening vibe, like the boss wants to see me, or the boss wants to like hurt me?
With a 6, which would be like the DC of 5. Yeah, this is clearly imposing figure saying the boss wants to see you. It's not a it feels like it's not a this is a good opportunity for you. This is like, oh, okay. This is bad.
Oh, I just got pulled over about the flying thing. Gulzog is gonna take off.
Okay. This thing is gonna make an attack of opportunity on you.
Great.
Does a 29 hit?
Yeah, Dylan, a 29 hits.
I wanted to say the number. Sometimes you all say fun numbers. I get to say fun numbers too. So he goes, hey!
It's what my character would do.
Hey! And just kind of lazily swipes at you with this big claw that kind of just... Ching, and these icy claws kind of scrape into your back as you start running away. You take... 14 points of cold damage.
Okay. Damn. I really feel like I did that in the service of roleplay, and I really like didn't have to. That was dumb. All right.
And we don't even have to
does
roll
he grab
initiative.
me?
He doesn't grab you. He just kind of goes like, "Hey, stop!" And then we'll start to chase after you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And Gulzog is flying as far away from him as possible.
Okay. Right as you start flying, make a perception check for me.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
As you start flying, you see that eagle. That eagle has been like... that you've met before, that Sky Guard.
Yeah.
Has basically been tailing you.
Okay.
You can tell.
You know,
and you can see now, the Sky Guard, you can see
it's like an anime
into a stone,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other just like birds and flying creatures just start kind of like.
Is it like it's like in animes when two dudes in different cars like look at each other and then a slash goes through the screen and it zooms in on both their eyes?
Basically,
like that?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I'm trying to make it back to David's.
Okay, well, I mean that's a long journey.
Okay.
But here, I'm going to.
No,
I'm
you
going
know what?
To, what?
How many of them are there?
Okay, the Sky Guard right now that you can see, there's about 4 of them.
I can shake 4.
It's like GTA. There's stars that start popping.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if I take him back to David's, it could reflect poorly on David. I'm gonna try to find a hiding place.
Okay.
But I'm shucking and jiving.
Yeah. What we're gonna do here is I think for you we're gonna do like a skill challenge, just you.
Okay.
So what I need from you is so you're flying. They start to go after you. You see that like the Yeti's like, come on! I'm just doing my job as you fly away.
I know, I'm sorry! As I fly away.
And you're flying, you're trying to find a place that's inconspicuous. You're trying to search for that. Make a, and we're gonna do, because this is actually kind of a difficult skill challenge for what's happening right now, because
I'm sure.
We're gonna do, you need, you need 3 successes over 2 failures.
Sure.
But the DC's high for these things.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check or a survival check to find some kind of place where you aren't going to be noticed.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. That's 2 successes right off the bat. So you're flying around. And you are kind of like searching. Now you're like in the city. The Sky Guard are flying past you, like diving towards you, and you see out of the corner of your eye, like towards like an area that looks kind of like the docks. You see a centaur that looks familiar to you. This like weird, dark-looking centaur. You only met him once, but you're like, right. His
Carnival?
name was... No, not at the carnival. You met him when you were out here. His name was like Glory Hoof? Hoof, right, Glory Hoof. Right, it was an awful name, but it was Glory Hoof. It was the centaur that was hanging out with that tin soldier that first told you even about Fable Rise, and they were the ones who gave you the fairy dust.
Got it.
And you can see this like beautiful looking centaur with just like this long jet black hair down with one eye, and you can just like, see very much like exactly the same shot again, but good, of the anime cross of this eye just kind of like winks at you, and you see a hoof being like, and so you now have your heading and you're like flying towards Glory Hoof. Then at 20, okay, what else are you doing to try to evade?
Are there like any either like stands, or maybe if I'm on my way down, is there a dirigible where I could fly above the basket but under the dirigible to like a small space to?
Yeah, of course. There's for sure like some places, things that you can obstruct.
Or like awnings I can go under or something.
Like give me a stealth check.
Shit. 10.
That is a failure. 2 successes, 1 failure. You start flying under awnings, but you're pretty big, and you're still getting used to flying. You were able to fly pretty easily out in forests above tree lines. This is a city, and once you start getting into tighter spaces, you are not as nimble just on practice.
Can I fly through like a flock of birds with animal handling?
What are you trying to get the birds to do?
I am trying to miss the birds and have anyone chasing me hit a bird like Sully with the Hudson.
Okay. Sure.
Or like a teenage girl on a roller coaster.
Yes, I will say you're not having any luck as you're kind of diving, flying through these awnings. You go to like a dirigible, you kind of like hit your head on things. They're able to find you and see you. And also, just to be clear, they are able to keep up with you pretty quickly. Like you're you're a monk, so you are like able to go pretty fast. There's like a couple of them that are not Aarakocra, that are not like bird people, that are kind of falling behind. But this eagle that was talking to you earlier is like on you.
Okay.
But sure, you fly up, you curl up into the air, and you are looking for some kind of nature to kind of conceal you or use to your advantage, and you see that there is this flock of what look like bird creatures. You don't have time to figure out if that's what they are. You fly straight into them. Give me an animal handling check.
17. Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah, I literally set I set the DC at 18.
Fuck! Okay.
I literally wrote that down and went like, okay, yeah, because that's it. Okay. So you go flying into what these look like bird creatures.
I don't still have inspiration, right? There's nothing I would have had that from, and I definitely used it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, if it was from the note taking and you didn't use it, then you still have it. But if you had used it, then you used it.
I think I used it for. I get inspiration. Did I use it? Yes, I used it for the riddles.
Okay.
So.
Thank you for being honest.
Of course.
As you're flying into this flock of what look like birds, you see that it's actually, as you get closer, it's actually those like little Modrone things that you're going towards with like the little wings, and they kind of like see you are flying right at them, and it's in this moment that they kind of all link together and form a little shield, a la like Guardians of the Galaxy, like a force shield of like.
Yeah.
And they all just say, going too fast, speed limit, going too fast. And you go right into this force field. Right into this force field as right behind you, the eagle kind of flies up. Gotcha, dirtbag.
I'm not a bag of dirt.
That remains to be seen. Hey.
Officer, I can explain. That, large, fluffy guy, he told me his boss wanted to see me in, like, a really threatening way, and I was afraid for my life, so I, did what any, regular person would do, and I fled. It was an emergency, otherwise I would not have flown without authorization.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay, 14.
14. This guy looks at you. As the others kind of fly close to you. All right, I understand. Okay, so you're saying that there was an altercation and you're putting in a complaint, huh?
No, I don't necessarily wish to complain. I just am trying to explain myself, and I'm asking that you be lenient or perhaps let me off with a warning, because it was only out of self-preservation that I that I engaged in flying. You told me I shouldn't fly, and I was going to follow the directive. I just didn't want to be in danger any further.
Understood. Yeah. Kind of turns to the side at this other Aarakocra who is.
Are we still like in the sky, or have we landed?
You're flying. You're still flying,
Okay, cool.
kind of.
Yeah.
But you're now you're kind of like surrounded. You can still do whatever you want. You don't have, but like you're kind of surrounded by these things. They're like, understood. Right. Okay. Yeah. Understood. So the problem is you have to understand my thing is that I'm taking your word for it. And you're new to the city, and it's the second time I've had to deal with you. So maybe we take you down to the station and just to get a couple of witness statements.
All right. Marty Abby Schneider knows this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do any kind of check for Gulzog to catch up to me that this guy's dirty, right? Like.
I think that you actually did make an insight check last time and realized that guy's dirty.
Okay.
You know he's dirty. Yeah. But you can make an insight check to see if the other 4 are like in on the take as well, or like the other 3 with him. So
yeah,
give me an insight check.
19. 19.
You can clearly see that the other Aarakocra, for sure on the take.
Okay.
There's a couple of others, like the other 2 is just like a singular gnome and a half-orc who are also like enchanted with like a flying, you can tell probably like your boots of some kind.
Yeah.
They're flying as well. You're unsure about them. You're not quite sure. But with that insight, you can tell that they seem like they're rookies. So they don't have like as much swagger as they used to.
Okay. Or as he does.
As he does,
yeah.
and the other Aarakocra.
Got it. As the other 2. Gotcha. I thought you said as they used to. I was like, but they're rookies.
As the other 2.
Okay, Gulzog. Damn it, I was so close. So Gulzog's fist is gonna do like the Arthur fist meme, like a tight clench, and it's gonna spark purple a little bit, and then he's gonna relent and go with them.
All right, you go with them. We'll move on over to the other group. So Marabella, Griselda, Tone, Zara, you're somewhere. As always, we'll get to you. You're still on the street, and in this moment, this young turtle, like, not never. Yes, my name is Tomas. I'm your brother.
Is he taller than me or shorter than me?
No, he's shorter.
Okay.
He's shorter.
And not that it matters. It doesn't matter.
Right,
I want to know. Is he more handsome?
Make a perception check. And anyone else there can make a perception check.
That's an objective thing. Like, do you like turtles with like ridges?
Well, you can make a perception check or an
freckles?
insight check.
I'm making a perception.
And the other 2 that are there, you can do the same as well.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. You're an attractive guy, Tone. Tone's an attractive turtle. This turtle has clear younger brother syndrome, where you're like, oh, he looks more athletic.
Yeah.
Like he just like, I think that's like, yes is your answer, but you're trying to like find ways of like, sure, for I'll say that for some people, yes.
Okay. That's cool.
That's what you're getting. All right. No, you're in danger. Come on inside. You too,
Okay.
Marabella, Griselda. You come on in.
How do you know them? And
Yeah,
what
This
do you
handsome
mean?
man know our names.
Oh, right.
First of all, he's a turtle, not a man. He's a turtle. It's very clear.
Sorry, how does this handsome turtle know our names?
Please stop hitting on my possible alleged brother. Or okay.
Sorry. It's just you were attacked and.
I think we handled it pretty well. I think they're.
But yeah,
all
let's
dead.
go inside.
All right, I'll follow Marabella inside because she's clearly gonna hit on this guy.
Yeah.
It makes it fun, John.
I swear to God, if okay.
Marabella's gonna marry your brother. Call me Sister Marabella.
I'm
The
gonna
way you
marry your
said it was a
brother.
threat,
I'm gonna marry your brother,
it
man.
sounded like
It's a
threat.
weird flex. Careful, I'll marry your brother.
So
Late night in the city.
do you follow Griselda?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, wait, but before I follow, I'm gonna give a little look around.
Okay, yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. Because I didn't perceive how hot he was. 15?
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look around and you still see that the shops that you were kind of running away from have kind of shuttered themselves. And you remember, like, right, why were we running? Because you got confused with the doll and now this. It's like, right. It seemed like if we stayed where we were, there was an altercation. There are dead dwarves in the street. We probably just shouldn't be found. It would be best if we weren't. And you can kind of feel like, okay, the whatever guards are coming might be coming as soon, you know.
But is there, like, as we're walking out, is there like a little dead body I can get a cool thing from?
We do some quick to-go looting.
No, you're too far away from that battlefield.
Hey. Okay. Sick. Where's Ladybug? She's with me, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick her up and look in her eyes for a second too, as we're walking. Pet her. Yeah. Do I get the vibe that she's okay after this fight?
Yeah, Ladybug seems totally, kind of used to it now. You get the vibe that there wasn't that a lot of the fights that you've been having though have been like against monstrosities that are horrifying or against machines, and so hasn't just seen like dead bodies in the street in a little bit, so there's a little bit of like fear in the eyes, but it's fine,
I'm gonna telepathically it seems so. I know what you saw wasn't pretty, but you're gonna need to be. I have a feeling you're gonna need to be real cute, okay? So just cute it up, okay?
Oink.
There. She said, "Of course." I knew that.
She
Duh.
did.
Yeah,
She
and then I
did say,
made her,
of course.
I like adjust to carry her a little more cute too, to accentuate her cuteness.
Oh no, we've
As
gotten
we
to the
walk
point
in,
where
I just want to.
yeah.
What does a little more cute look like? Sorry, I'm just
Holding her? I don't know.
Yeah.
Instead of like holding her like this, like being like, you
You
know.
gotta get her like a fashionable like.
Give me a performance check,
pouch.
Ed. What were you saying, John?
It's not to impress anyone necessarily.
Give me a performance check. I said what I said.
It's 11.
Okay, I'll factor that in. What were you saying, John?
I was gonna see if anyone was looking. I wanted to make a check to see if anyone was looking at Ladybug as we were walking in.
Make an insight or perception check.
All right, I'll make an insight check. 8.
8.
Oh.
You're a little distracted.
I am a little distracted. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I think you're kind of only looking at one person at the moment.
Yeah. This handsome fucking turtle.
So you walk into this very simple looking restaurant. It has a nice, decor. It's like I'd say Taste of Home. What is the best place? It you know what? It looks almost
Garden?
exactly like
That's fine.
Republic. Actually, I was thinking that Republic.
Republic.
Oh,
Yeah, just because like
Nice.
they're because the design of the Fae places, even the simple ones, it's like it's down to earth rustic, but there's also still like they're all wearing, he's wearing like a button down shirt with the sleeves rolled up.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Wait,
it's like a nicer place. Again, it's a nicer place, but it still is not like the high end dining.
so like a lot of exposed brick,
Yeah.
sort of like.
Yeah, and again,
Everyone
remember the
Google
architecture of this
Republic
place
LA.
is like, Barcelona, Gaudi.
Nice.
But
very nice.
I think that Taste of Home is very much like Republic. For
Very
those who
nice.
don't know what Republic is because you don't live in LA, look up Republic LA, and you'll be like, oh, that's very nice.
Tone is impressed, but under his breath he says, "Kind of a shithole, isn't it?"
whoa.
Are you trying to be heard a little bit?
I'm trying to be a little hurtful, yeah.
Okay,
Can I roll an insight check on that?
God.
go ahead.
There's no need to be a dick.
20!
You nat
Got a
20.
nat 20.
20!
I
John,
needed
what's
Glad I
that
got
nat
that
20.
now.
John, what's going on with you?
Oh.
Tell me how you really feel, John.
I like what my inside check is that Tone is really impressed by this place, and it's really beautiful. And he wishes he could taste the food. And he
Uh-huh.
sees the exposed kitchen, and he's looking at people cooking, and all these chefs cooking, and he's like,
I will say,
really, this is the first kitchen he's gotten to as he's traipsing about on yellow brick roads coming out of the sky and
Oh.
helping lost children in a forest. So now he's back in a kitchen in God knows how long. That's how Toad is feeling.
I will say, when you walk in, there's not much cooking going on at the
Weeks?
moment.
Yeah.
It seems like you can kind of tell, oh, this place is like maybe not even open for lunch at the moment. Like maybe this is a place that opens for dinner.
Like pre-shift.
Yeah. So there's a couple people, wait staff, hosts, cleaning things off, doing the books. You see that there is, and forgive me, this is one of those things where because I didn't have my computer, a couple of things are not exactly where I need them to be. When it comes to,
Well, when we walk in after picking up on that
Mhm.
insight check from John,
Yeah.
no, from Tone,
yes,
Maribel will just kind of look around and like say, "Wow, so you worked in a place like this? That's really cool. I've never seen anything like this before." Like trying to like make it seem that he would fit in someplace here. She wants to make him feel better.
Or I didn't work in a place like this. The place I worked at was a little more. It wasn't as.
Brick-ish?
What?
Brick-ish? Like with a lot of bricks?
Right. It was a little more tavern. It has a little more of a tavern feel than this kind of a place.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know how many restaurants I've been to, but the one we had in town, I'm pretty sure had dirt countertops. So my bar is very low. I
Our
bury
bar was
people,
very
so I'm impressed by bricks.
you see, as you walk on in, there's like a pretty well dressed Tone. You immediately know like this is like the host, Bugbear,
Oh, nice.
and he just kind of
Oh.
looks over, goes, Tomas, what you doing? Oh, cater waiters, interviewing for cater waiters. They're new. I got stuck with the shift, so just cater waiters. You see this Bugbear kind of All right, just if you hire them, don't. I didn't see it. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Harley. This bugbear kind of walks back. Every one of you. No, not every one of you. Jess Griselda, give me an insight check.
Yay!
Whoa.
Hell yeah. Not 20.
Of course.
What is up with us
What is
nat
happening
20 and
tonight?
character moments?
What is happening? You see this big bugbear walking and carries himself with a stature, and you hear Tomas or whoever this person is say, all right, yeah, thank you, Hurley. And deep in the recesses of your memory, you remember there was the bugbear who worked at the carnival. His name was Burley.
Yeah.
And he had lost his brother.
Oh.
And his brother's name was for sure Hurley.
God, this is a side quest. We have to. We gotta. If we miss this chance, we may not see him again.
Wait. Can I get more info? Which it wasn't.
If you remember, Burley was the one who, because again, this was like episode 3 and like a year ago.
Yeah.
Burley was the bugbear who told you about like how to get, like when was the best time to. No, when was the best time to like get the objects off of Mr. Light and Mr. Witch? He was the one who kind of gave you the plan of like, hey, we
with the sexy panther, right?
Durla, who is Star's mother, who you've had for a while, yes, Durla. He was like, but he was saying that like we have all lost things and no one is going in to go help us. We think that you could, so here's the plan. He was like the bodyguard bouncer, but this guy just kind of walks off. You know, he's going about his business. But it's just something that you, because I'm pretty sure you were the only person who met Burley, like actually talked to him.
Really?
I think Zara was.
Zara? Zara,
yeah, I did.
And I know that both of you did. Because you both for sure talked to them. But here we go. Sorry that there's no music. It cut out. But speaking of actually Zara, so this is happening. Zara, where are you?
I'm gonna loot the bodies of the dwarves, I guess.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Make an investigation check.
If you had.
Oh, that's a 9.
It's a 9? Okay.
The one time a nat 20 would have been super helpful.
Funny. A 9. You look around and it's getting a little bit difficult because you're trying to. You're pretty good at stealthing around, but you can feel like, okay, this place is about to get hot soon. So you're kind of looting them as fast as possible. And you don't really find much on them. You can take some of their like sickles off of them, but nothing is like a magic weapon. They're just kind of sickles on chains. There's like some coin, like that amounts to like 3 gold altogether on them.
Take it.
But they didn't seem to have much on them. And with a 9, you might have been able to do a better search if you weren't under like a time pressure.
Okay.
It's around this time that like, you know, you can kind of start to see the Sky Guard, which is kind of known as the City Watch, start to kind of flood through, asking questions of the shopkeepers who are now like lifting their gates and stuff.
Okay. During my, I'm guessing, days sitting on the shelf as a doll.
It was like a day or two. Yeah.
Did I gather any information on why my friends are being chased?
So you make an insight check.
Okay. 16.
16. So as you're you have been able to talk with Pavel a little bit. You try not to because of the odd weirdness that's going on with him clearly having a romantic relationship with whoever you are supposed to be. And so you kind of keep Pavel at a distance. Glory Hoof will sometimes say things. You're able to get a little bit. They're kind of like, clearly you've overheard them talking about how like, you just need to give her time, Pavel. She's clearly going through something. And you're like using that as like the cover of like, right, yeah, you're going through something. But you get some words about the different factions in this place, and you definitely learn about the Darling family and the Pillowfort Mafia. And you do know that like those were for sure members of the Pillowfort Mafia. The only reason that the Pillowfort Mafia would be after anyone is if it was someone was doing something to their business.
Do I know what their business is?
Oh yeah, you know that the Darling family owns like the hotels.
Okay.
They own the hotels in Fable Rise, and like a couple restaurants. You're not sure which ones, but like they're a they're in the hospitality business.
Okay. And wait, are Pavel and Gloryhoof like part of the resistance against the Darling family?
They're part of the resistance against just in general. They're not like part of like, oh, Fable Rise needs to fall or something like that. They're part of the idea that Fable Rise should stay out of the war that's happening.
Okay.
I see. Fable Rise has kept a very like, we don't interact with it. We are neutral. And they are like, for reasons that you don't know yet, because they don't like constantly spout their manifesto, but they are clearly for getting involved in some way. You know that they're called the Weavers.
Okay.
And where are you going?
I'm gonna see if I can track down my friends without getting caught by people picking me up.
Okay. You did kind of like circle back, so you're not exactly sure where they went. Make a survival check for me.
12. Jeez.
12. You're able to... You remember the direction they were headed. So you kind of get into like the restaurant circle, which is like where like a lot of them are. And you're not sure where they are. Give me a perception check.
19.
19. As you're kind of looking in, you see, you're able to see through one of the windows, like just the sight of Tone looking really huffy. And so you're able to see that they're in the Taste of Home, talking with someone.
Are there any like other buildings in this hospitality area that like catch my eye, like are of interest that I can snoop around before revealing myself to my friends?
I mean, as you're looking around, it's mostly like this is Restaurant Circle. Basically, all of the best restaurants in the city kind of almost like weirdly are like circled around each other as if to always be in competition with each other. So right here, it's mostly just different restaurants of different varying sizes and levels of... I can't think of words right now. Levels of fancy. That's what it is. It's levels of fancy. So there's not much. So you can decide to snoop around any of them that you want, but
To clarify too, the Weavers are trying to basically cause enough discord and blame it on one of the other sides to get people riled up to join the war.
I mean, that is a thing that.
Did I make that up?
You made that up completely wholesale. It could be true, but there's nothing that I've said. I have for sure haven't said that explicitly.
I would like to look around to see if I can see any Weaver activity.
Okay.
And what that might be.
Well, I'll leave you there. We'll come back to you doing that.
Okay.
Back inside. All right. So we should have a little bit of privacy. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. So I'm just like, oh, I can't roll my eyes harder right now at what Marabella is doing. But actually, quick insight check. How was his response to what Marabella said? Was he distracted? Was he?
Oh yeah, make an insight check.
All right. Nat 20. Unbelievable. Wait a minute. It's right here. Wait, there it is.
Wow. Amazing.
Unreal. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
He blew right past that. And for a moment you're like, does he not care? He has his eyes trained on you, and every time anyone else does anything, he kind of like flits over. It's like, all right, yeah. And then he's just kind of looking at you.
Good, he gets it. Okay. So are you a cook here, or a chef, or a host? Or...
Right. No. Me. I'm a waiter. I'd like to get to the point of perhaps, I like the artistry of plating, but I'm not really that much of a cook. Which is why I'm not over with Dad at Fort Olive. But
Dad's here. I hear he's going by a different name.
Right. I think that we have a lot to talk about. I'm sorry. Hi.
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 So do we have the same mom, or what? What?
Right.
There's a lot happening here. I need just a quick catch up.
Okay. Right. So,
which I only use.
I don't think so. My mom, she passed not a few years back, but I always heard that that they met here. Of course, Dad lies a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not a surprise, I guess. So are you both stuck here, or were you born here, or were you born?
Right. Sorry. Hi. There's a lot to do. I was born here. Dad and Mum met here in Fable Rise. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think I'm being kind of an ass, and I apologize. I guess I didn't know that I had a brother, and I suppose you know my friends, so I guess you were spying on me, or
Oh,
this whole time? Like,
right.
could you talk, or did you only communicate by rolling around as a tomato?
No,
Like,
sorry. Hi. I don't mean to. But I guess it was kind of a dropping of eaves, but it wasn't spying, so to say. What was I'm not very good at cooking, but I've been known to be all right with some magic, and I learned about you. Much bigger conversation, but right, I learned about you because of. I don't think I was supposed to, but I learned about you, and I've always wanted to see what was outside of.
you're not supposed to.
Well,
What did Dad say? Don't contact your brother because I don't want him to fuck up my deal here with my big. What?
no,
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Okay, I'm sorry.
all right. So hi, I'm Tomas, and I've wanted to see outside of the Feywild, because this is all I've ever known, and really mostly just Fable Rise. And as I was getting better with magic, and well, when you find a familiar, at least from what I've read, when you find one, they come from here, or they can, and so I went looking into where the familiars live, and I was able to make contact with them, and I guess I made a little bit of a deal. I wanted a familiar who could go out into the world and I could see through their eyes, but it wasn't much longer after that as I was getting to know, and like points to the tomato. So I was getting to know him. I was having, yeah, I guess spying was the right word. Spying was the right word, Griselda and Marabella. I'm sorry. But as I was spying around the house, I saw some keepsakes that Dad had from his past life. And he had never mentioned you. But then I learned about you. And I wanted to meet you. So I sent them out into the world, and somehow was powerful enough to break through the barrier and found you. And every so often, I haven't been close enough to be in direct control. It's for a long time, but every so often I'm able to see through it, and so I've seen some of your adventures, and it is you're something else, all of you. Sorry, I should have not led with the idea that I know your name, but I'm kind of fans of you, I guess. You're yeah.
Are you happy here at this restaurant? Or do
I'm happy here.
Yeah. What do you want to be doing?
Well, I don't really know. I'm happy enough, but I don't really know what else there is, and that's what I was curious about. Dad always said that there really wasn't much out there, and that this place was special, because it had the best of the best, and so he didn't have to look any further. But I always thought that there must be more than this place, and I always wanted to know where he came from and where my mom came from, and that wasn't here. And my mom was always way more wistful about going back one day.
You should go.
Well,
Fuck Dad.
well,
Go do your own thing. Go
Your dad's
explore.
right in that this place is very special, but he's totally lying to you when he says that's all there is.
right. Like I said, I'm not ignorant to the fact that my dad lies. But I would go. Town, I would have come to see you. In fact, I feel bad that you came to see me because now we're in the same predicament. I didn't really think that through. But if I could leave, I would. But no one can leave. But
I have an idea.
I've seen enough.
Wait, no one can leave.
Well, no one can leave the Feywild. I could leave this city. They don't like it, but I could leave it. But from everything I've heard, it's chaos down there, and that this is actually one of the better places to be.
Have you ever participated in the cook-off that's coming up?
No.
But you know about it. You know about it, right?
Do I, like, he just laughs, like, do I know about it? It's all he thinks about.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
I think you and I should work together and compete against him and beat him, because I can't taste anything, but you can. So you can tell me either through Tomas, psychically, or with words, what things might need, and we can work together. And what a big fuck you it would be to that liar if his two sons beat him in.
Is that cheating? I guess not.
None of
Sorry
you have
to-
ever,
Well,
none of you
a
have
sous
ever
chef
been
and a
told the
chef can
rules
cheat.
of this cook-off.
Also,
That is true.
it's
We
a
just
sous chef
assume.
and a chef talking to each other about what things might need. So I don't think it's cheating.
Well, the I'm just a waiter, and
I don't know how to plate. I don't know any of the rules. You could be in charge of plating and tasting and telling me what you're tasting, and then we can compete together. Brother and brother, come on!
I don't. But are you sure you don't just want to say hi first and see?
Say hi? To who? Jerome, or whatever the fuck he's calling himself now?
Jameson.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh,
good.
Okay.
I'm gonna compete with David's, the best new hotel restaurant in all of Fable Rise. That's coming up, and we are gonna come up with the best prefix menu that you can taste.
Right. Okay. You know when you want to meet someone or do something and then it happens and then you're a little bit worried once it starts happening. I'm getting the scaredy feels right now at the moment. I didn't even know what I really wanted when you came in and what we're gonna do, but we should. I'm feeling lightheaded.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh,
sit down,
Zelda
Tomas.
gives them Ladybug.
Yes.
You see Tomas goes like, I didn't want to be presumptuous, but I've always wanted to hold Ladybug.
Oh. What is
And
Ladybug?
Gonna make an animal handling check for Tomas.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't do great. It's a 7. I think he has this like, he has this like very Hugh Grant nervous but attractive energy that is like nervous but it works on him. But it's like it's almost too much for he's like, I don't know where to hold, and Ladybug's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Ladybug was like,
just pick me
I
up.
know what you do to Elizabeth Hurley. That's what Ladybug's saying.
Just pick me up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Stop being weird about it. And so it's not. You can tell that Ladybug's like, what? Ladybug's kind of like whatever about this guy, but not in like a he's a bad guy, but more in like a she's kind of over it. Okay.
Tomas, I hope you don't find that I'm prying. I'm just curious. Who was your mom?
Oh, right. Well, her name was Olivia, and
I got in my brain. I just thought Emporia, and I was like,
no, her name was Olivia, and she was a lovely dragonborn. Came from Faerun and outskirts of Baldur's Gate. She always said, she was lovely. Liked good food. Was a singer.
Why are you talking about her in the past tense, Dylan?
I already said she passed.
she died.
Dead.
Well, I missed that part.
Sorry, I'm sure you're overwhelmed, and I'm a little bit overwhelmed. When I saw that you were in the city finally, I kind of freaked out. I didn't really have a plan.
Well, Tomas, it seems like we might be in a spot of trouble with the Darlin Corporation.
Right.
Which you know, I'm assuming, if you've been
I don't know
following us
everything.
around all sneaky like.
I don't know everything. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you
not-
know some stuff.
I know some stuff. Wait, that reminds me. Where's Gulzog and Zara?
Oh.
Gulzog's right here. He interrupted a second ago. You didn't make him. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Sorry, he's not here.
That was
I'm in
Marty.
fucking jail,
I was
bro.
being-
That's just
I
Marty.
felt like I was responding to him, and he's not here.
I might be
Gladly-
playing Gulzog, but I am also an enthusiastic viewer of the stream, just like everybody else.
I think Gulzog's getting a permit for a tree, and Zara we've not seen since she blew up the mine patch, the thought patch.
Zara,
She's
we
going to be
haven't-
MIA.
yeah.
We saw her body prints teleport away, which is not something she does, and then we haven't heard from her. So
This is apropos of nothing, but let's get tattoos. Let's get brotherly tattoos, you and me.
What?
Oh, like cool chef
I feel
tattoos?
drunk. Let's get 2 tattoos. Do they have a tattoo parlor?
Mirabelle's gonna reach up and take Tone's temperature.
I think
What do
might
I
have a
feel? Is Tone really warm?
I might be.
Tone,
a lot happened.
You're very sweaty and you're
I'm a little
kind of
bit-
burning
I'm
up a little bit.
dehydrated, actually. I'm gonna sit down.
Right. Yeah. We have a lot of catching up to do. But also, if you're right, the Darling Corporation. That's why I wanted to help you. We should talk about that as well. Cutting back on over to Gulzog. Gulzog.
Oh, yeah.
As you're kind of being, like, flown towards the... like, back towards the city. You're going kind of more towards the, lower spiral. And then you just go like, see, at one point, two guys just kind of look over, the two Aarakocra look over at each other. Hey, rookies. You don't need to be here with us at this point. We can take it from here. But sir, we're not even close to the precinct yet. Well, of course we're not. We're not taking this fine, young, new citizen in to be processed like that. We're just gonna take him for questioning. It's fine. And you just see the other one just go like, the other Aarakocra just go, yeah. Beat it, rookies. Both rookies are just like, right, okay.
So they're not taking me to an official place.
They peel off. The other two peel off, scared of, especially, so it's an eagle and essentially like a raven. And the raven, like, turns, like, we're good. And once that happens, they, like, go, yep.
Do I get, like, a high-level vibe from the eagle and the raven?
Make an insight check.
22.
22. They seem powerful. But more than powerful, like, ability-wise, they seem like they're high up in the city. Or at least they're connected.
Got it.
So it's part of the things where, like, you could potentially take them. But you might, with a 22, it's like, if I tried to take him right now, I could be, like, public enemy number 1.
Yeah, problems. Like, I gotcha. Yeah. Also, Gulzog, just in his mind, he hasn't really been through a metropolitan police system, and his only understanding of being taken prisoner is he knows he's not going to get beheaded and his head's going to be put on a spike. That's not what's going to happen. But he's like, do they sell you into slavery, torture you? He doesn't know a non-orcish version of this.
Right. Once they leave, as you're kind of flying, so, you think you can just waltz in here? Waltz in here and just get in on the hospitality game? Do you?
I really don't.
Is that right?
We were trying to help someone who was already in the hospitality game. And we're just trying to help someone else run his business. I wasn't trying to start anything new, not trying to make any waves.
Right. All right. Yeah, not trying to make any waves. Then, you know what? We're not going to be doing anything too bad to you. You're fine. Look at you so scared. You're fine. We're just going to put you in timeout for a couple days, all right?
Couple of days? No, I gotta get going. I gotta get back. I have friends who are worried about me.
Look, we can either go talk to the boss right now, and let me tell you, I don't think the boss is going to be okay with, oh, I'm just working for a guy in the hospitality business. Or you could go sit in timeout for a second and let me smooth things over.
How exactly are you? What needs to be smoothed over? Also, one of my friends who will be looking for me is a monarch. I don't know what that means, but anyway, what needs to be smoothed over? Nothing bad will happen if you let me go.
Make a persuasion check.
13.
13. The raven just kind of leans in really harsh. You think you can just throw around the word monarch? What? To threaten us? You trying to threaten us?
I am not trying to threaten you. I am just trying to let you know all the angles of the situation so that so that you're totally informed moving forward.
Yeah. He needs some time and time out.
What is timeout?
Stop making it sound so scary, Sullivan. It's not that bad. It's just... Look. It's a place that will make you and all of your friends think twice about doing this ever again. You're not gonna get hurt. We're just taking you off the field for a moment. Alright?
I'm not on the field. I was just trying to help a guy grow a tree.
Yeah. A tree. A tree. In the Darling Corporation's fucking city. What, you think you go to the city hall for permits? No. They'll give you the permits if you answer the riddles 3. Everyone knows that. But if you want to actually do something in this city, you come to us. And that's what timeout is for. So that you can learn your lesson. Alright?
Gulzog gulps and then goes, "Oh, great, I can't wait to talk to your boss then." And I guess that's a front. And not like a...
So you're lying?
I guess so. I think it's like I can't wait to talk to your boss. So like kind of playing dumb, like, oh, if your boss is the person to talk to, I want to talk to him.
Okay.
Or her. Or them.
Make a deception check.
I don't know why I keep rolling the electronic one. 8.
8. Hey, you know, like you see the raven kind of start at you for a moment, like, oh, is that right? You want to talk to the boss? Hey, you know what? New in town. If he wants to talk to Mr. Darling, he can talk to Mr. Darling all he wants. Come on with us. We'll take you to Mr. Darling. Make an insight check for me.
11.
11.
Physical
Okay.
one's no better.
They start leading you down towards the ground and head into what looks like a pretty nondescript building. And they're kind of pushing you along. Again, basically, unless you want to, like, break out, they're going to be moving you along.
Is there, like the nondescript building, does it look like it's heavy on security or anything, or?
Make a perception check for me.
15.
15. As you get there, you're starting to see some dwarves in sleeping caps, some humans. It's like just a lot of other people kind of like standing around the area in sleeping caps, one of them smoking a cigarette. All kind of like just look as they're kind of going about their day. It looks like this place is has some it's pretty guarded.
Okay. And I guess my other thing is, what level of the city are we on?
He said like we're gonna take you over to see the boss, but you are now like in the lower spiral.
Is that where David's is?
David's is close to the lower spiral, but this is like this is the seedier part of town.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. Well, like you kind of walks you in, and you can see that this place, once you get inside, all of the walls are just like turned up mattresses just everywhere. Almost like a padded cell, but it's just like actual turned up mattresses.
Mm-hmm.
We got another one for timeout.
Again, I wish you'd tell me what timeout is. Or how long I'll be in timeout.
Oh, that'll be up to you, dirtbag. And you just see them kind of go. As they walk in, there's this half orc kind of cracks his neck. Like, all right. Should we put him in a new cell? No. This one was talking about a monarch. Put him in with the annoying one. That's the worst torture that we could possibly do.
Oh. I don't love being annoyed.
Well.
Also, you said you weren't going to do anything bad to me, and I took that on good faith.
I said I wasn't going to hurt you.
Torture is hurtful.
But you'll live. Anyway, this is just a reminder. You're in timeout now, my friend. Don't fuck with the darlings. Kind of opens a door into what looks like a padded cell, like of mattresses, and kind of pushes you in, forces you in.
Great.
And so this moment, you just hear, excuse me, if I could have a... Oh, crap.
No.
Is it
And you
someone
and you just look over and you hear this familiar voice.
No.
And you see this tiny little dragon.
Yes!
He just goes, big one? Marty. Oh.
What an image.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's awful.
I screenshotted it. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
Sir
That's good
Talavar?
stuff.
Wow,
Oh,
You're back,
there it is.
back.
Okay, yeah.
You're back.
Oh,
Don't
you're
leave.
back.
Oh, God. Hang on.
Oh, what?
It's Sir Talavar, right? Can you hear me? Am I frozen?
Yes, you're back.
I turned the Wi-Fi. Can people hear me or not?
Yeah,
Are
we
you
got
back?
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
We got you. It took a second.
Sorry,
You were catching up with yourself once again, like the Flash.
Sir Talavar, though?
Yeah, it's Sir Talavar sitting there, just kind of looking worse for wear. Like, and he just goes, like I said, big one?
Sir Talvar! Oh, my Grumps, it's amazing to see you!
Oh, it is bad, big one. We're
Yeah,
in
it
it
sounds
right now.
bad.
We're in it.
Oh my god, they told me I was gonna be put with the, Never mind, I'm so happy to see you!
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
No, but what were you going to say, though?
They referred to you as the annoying one. Their words, not mine.
Big one? I'm going to burn this whole fucking place to the ground.
Gulzog leans in real close to Sir Talvar. Sir Talvar, I'm gonna help.
And that's where we're gonna go to break. That's where we're gonna go to break. We'll be back to figure out what the hell is going on. Why did Sir Talvar end up in prison? What an idiot.
Not prison, like mob safe house prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just time out. We'll be back in like 5 to 8 minutes. Grab a snack, grab some water, stretch your legs, and we'll see you then.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
Woo.
welcome back. So, Sir Talavar has returned. For those who don't remember, which is fine because it was many months ago, Sir Talavar was the first deal maker that they met with, essentially the first quest giver they had to deal with. The last time you saw Sir Talavar, you had finished your deal with him. It was right after the Cats laser tag game, and you had finally fulfilled your deal, and Sir Talavar flew away, with you all yelling obscenities at him and trying to shoot him.
I did not yell obscenities.
No, you
I
didn't,
always liked Sir Talavar.
but other people did because he fully deserved it. And
Yes.
and he flew away up into the sky, vowing to leave Prismere, going to the summer court so that he could talk to the queen and let her know what's been going on. And clearly that did not happen. He is in a mob prison on a sky city.
And
that
just
is- Mhm.
for the people new to the thing, and for my own memory, he was trapped in a little bird cage by someone.
That was a long time ago. That's
How we got him out of the
I'm
cage.
not going all the way back to how you first met him. I'm just saying what the last time you saw him. All
Great.
right. So it was like in this kind of padded cell of mattresses in the Darling Corporation's pillow fort, the timeout zone, whatever it is. Sir Talavar looks at you. Well, big one, I was going about my business, right? I was going to get outside of this infernal place so that I could finally go and talk to my queen and tell her to come. Bring all of your armies to Prismere, so break down the barriers. And I flew up too high, and those damned birds really just had it out for me. And it seems that the Darling Corporation labeled me a threat long ago for my immense power. As you know, my powers are infinite and great. And they threw me in here without a second thought. I've been in here for weeks now.
Weeks? Oh, I just got here.
Right.
So what did you, perceived or real, what did you do to end up here? I tried to help a friend with his hotel business.
Oh, they don't like that. I've learned enough, and they do not like when you help anyone with a hotel business.
Yeah, it seems that way.
So what I did was I flew up into the sky, and then the two birds, they came in and they said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to go get the queen to come and make the Prismere not a thing anymore. You're welcome, and congratulations for meeting me, Sir Talavar." And they got very upset with the idea of Prismere not being a thing anymore. And I said, "Well, I sure would like to leave." And they said no, and then beat me. And they must have some kind of magic that gets through arcane barriers because their fists hurt. And
they put hands on you.
Yes, which must mean that they are so powerful, big one. They are much more powerful than we could possibly imagine. If they were able to touch me, Sir Talavar, they have power.
Gulzog reaches out to touch Sir Talavar. Forgive me. Taps him on the shoulder.
What's this? What's this? What's that?
Did I successfully tap him on the shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just checking.
Obviously, I'm letting you. You're a friend, big one.
I appreciate that,
I'm
Sir
letting
Talavar.
you do it without any
Thank
issue.
You. Okay. So you've been here for weeks.
Yes.
Surely there's some insight you can offer into the guard schedules or the makeup of the cell. And while Gulzog is saying this, he's looking around the cell. We're gonna burn this place to the ground, right? Where should we start?
Right. Guard schedules.
You've been watching the guards come and go, right?
I am overwhelmed with magic and can't remember things that are not magical as often.
Do we know for a fact that the guard schedule isn't magical?
Oh, it's not magical, no.
Okay.
Because
Gulzog-
I don't remember it. I can't perceive it. So
Gulzog is gonna check out the cell. What's in the cell? What's the door of the cell look like? Are there weaknesses?
Yeah.
A classic in the prison movie, the first thing the guy does is look at his prison cell.
make an investigation check.
Physical or digital?
That's up to you, my man.
Fuck! 4.
It is wall-to-wall mattresses making this padded cell. You can see a couple of little scorch marks where it's clear that maybe Sir Talavar tried to do a little bit of fire with his tiny little mouth, but didn't really get anywhere, and it didn't fully catch clearly, but there's a scorch there. And you are not able to really perceive much of anything in this place. You're not quite sure how it works or if it's magical at all, but it's just kind of a padded cell, and that's something that's very different for Gulzog.
Okay, and no beds. It's just
because it's wall to it's floor to ceiling mattresses. So
okay, padded cell, floor to ceiling mattresses. Are there buttons in the padded cell? But in the mattresses, are there buttons the way there would be? What?
Yeah, there are.
Gulzog's gonna go into the corner and try to pull a button off of one of the mattresses.
Yeah. Make a strength check.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Sure.
Well, it's a botch.
No.
You go to do it, and it won't come off. It will just not come off. You almost pull, and you see it kind of stretching out, and you and hit yourself in your own head as it snaps back. And Sir Talavar goes, "See, that's magical. That the whole mattresses, those are magical, and they are warded. They are warded against. If you see over there," and he kind of walks over towards the little scorch mark. "It resisted my flame breath."
And you tried what do you call it, right? You tried fire. Did you try ripping at it with your teeth, or you don't have a weapon on you, right?
No, I gave my weapon to the one that is the one that sucks, the one that I don't like, the one that
the eagle or the raven?
No, your friend who is not fun.
All my friends are fun. Zara, Marabella.
The one who doesn't smile.
That would be Zara or Griselda, but I think you mean Griselda.
No, I for sure mean the one who sucks.
And also, I've only heard hearsay about Zara. I actually don't know anything about her. Griselda is the one you're talking about. She does not smile. She doesn't suck, though.
Is she the one
She's
that
my very dear friend.
Is she the one that I gave...
wonderful mother to a pig.
Is she the one that I gave the Oh, she's the one with the pig? It's not that one. No, it's not that one. It's the one that is awful. You know what I'm talking about. The one that's bad
look,
and it's not fun.
I have 4 friends.
Right.
Who are all terrific. And they keep talking about a 5th friend who I either have never met, and they're all playing a trick on me, or have no memory of. That might be who you're talking about. Who I think is Zara.
Oh, so you don't remember your friend either?
A couple things have happened. I don't know if you've noticed, but the color of my hair is completely gone.
I did!
I traded it for information.
I noticed.
So I guess the next step, since we've tried fire and you haven't bit the walls with your teeth.
It was the first thing I tried.
Okay, how'd it go?
How'd it go, big one? I'm talking to you in the cell.
Great. Gulzog is going to look for any tears that might already exist in the mattress walls.
Yeah, with the check still going, you don't perceive any of that. As you kind of start going through the course of the day, the course of this moment, remembering how annoying Sir Talavar is as you're trying to figure out what's going on in here. Let's cut on over to Zara. Zara, outside, in the restaurant square, you find yourself, you know where your friends are, but you're kind of just looking around. Where are you trying to look? What are you trying to look for?
I'm gonna look for any signs of the Weavers, whether it's like a thieves' cant sort of thing, or maybe any suspicious openings in back door in the backs of buildings where they could have snuck stuff in.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Okay. 22.
22. Okay, so you're trying to find marks for the Weavers Guild. You do find a few Lollipop Guild things. You for sure find a Lollipop Guild insignias near a restaurant called Insatiable. So Insatiable seems to have some kind of Lollipop Guild affiliation. Weavers stuff you don't see as... Weavers are not really a rogues guild or thieves guild. They're not kind of trying to advertise with their stuff as much. But you do see that there is a mark on both Gastronome, on 3 places actually. Gastronome, Golden Swill, and Taste of Home have things in the back alleyways. Basically where any kind of produce or food would be kind of loaded into the kitchen. You see that there are insignias of the Weavers Guild.
Okay. Can I open any of the boxes?
Sure. Which restaurant are you trying to open the boxes at?
I am going to... Which one's the fanciest?
The fanciest of the ones that have the Weavers Guild on it would be the Golden Swill.
Alright, I'll go there.
Okay. Golden Swill, again, for those who are joining us, we're in a sky city. Art Nouveau architecture, like Gaudi in Barcelona. A lot of restaurants. It's very fun. And you walk on over to the Golden Swill, which is... It is fancy in the sense that it is the most expensive, but it is gaudy. It is golden. It's a golden building shining in the afternoon sun, reflecting. It is audacious, and it is it's and there's these on the Golden Swill there's this image of a pig's head just in pure gold.
Also, is the cat still with me?
I mean, you haven't heard from the cat in a second.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell out, "Cat! Cat!
Yes, Sarah?
What's the deal with Insatiable? Aren't you the leader of the Lollipop Guild? Isn't that your thing?"
Oh, so you want me to cheat for you? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to cheat for you?
What do you mean cheat?
Well, I mean, if you aren't able to figure it out yourself, Zara, why should I be the one to do it for you?
Oh my god, you were somewhat tolerable a minute ago, and now you're intolerable again. Okay, you can go away now. And then I'll just continue the Golden Swill.
You see the 2 floating eyes of the cat, and the smile kind of flips onto a frown. Oh, Zara, are you angry that you're not with your friends? They're right over there, you know.
I'm angry that I asked you a question and you're doing this.
What, that I'm doing what, Zara?
You want me to cheat? You want to cheat? Cheat.
Well, I just want you to say what you mean, and mean what you say.
I mean everything that I say. What's the deal with insatiable?
What's the deal with insatiable?
Yeah, there's a lollipop guild thing on there.
Right.
You're the leader of the lollipop guild.
I'm the patron of the Lollipop Guild, not the leader.
Okay, you're the patron of the lollipop guild.
Right.
So what's the...
I don't know what my little idiot minions do all the time. Essentially, what they do is that sometimes they do meetings there.
What kind of meetings? What's your deal anyway?
What do you mean, what's my... I'm your best friend, is the thing.
Okay, but like, I mean business-wise, like what's, like, you have business going on here. Like, what's the deal with being it and this restaurant and your why do you need minions if you're just playing tag or whatever this game is?
I don't think you understand that I have playthings that I like to enjoy to play with. And sometimes playthings do things on their own, like start businesses, or kill dwarves in the street, or not really engage with me at all for years, or abandon me at a carnival.
Oh wow! So I'm a plaything. 1 minute I'm your best friend, and now I'm just a plaything.
I was a plaything.
You go away.
Fine, I'll go away. You see that the eyes blink out of existence.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the Golden Swell.
Okay, you go to the Golden Swell.
Or I'm gonna continue to the Golden Swell. I was walking there talking.
Make a... I guess you've already done an investigation check. You got to the boxes. You are a doll at this point. Make a sleight of hand check to get one of the crates open.
Ooh, 24.
24. You're able to kind of like wedge something in. It's getting harder to get adjusted to this body, but you are getting there. It's using the whole body as leverage as you're able to kind of get a needle. You're able to get needle and thread in one of the crates and kind of pry it open. And inside, you see some like produce, some like onions, some things just like sitting out. You also see deep inside that there's just a couple of papers along with kind of inside like some potatoes. You see that there's just this piece of metal, clearly from one of the cards mechs from down below. And you just see a piece of paper in there that just says, like, it's a note. For the Tinkerer, see what he can make of this. So, for the Tinkerer, see what he can make of this.
Can I do some sort of check to see if, like, during my time sitting at the store as a doll, if I've heard of the Tinkerer?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a history check for me.
11?
11. That is not the music I wanted. So with an 11, you don't have... Again, you haven't been there much, and you tried to stay away from them as much as possible. You have heard, though... You've heard Pavel mention the Tinkerer. That, like, the Tinkerer is... definitely someone who's in the guild. Someone who's high up. Clearly, maybe, like, their artificer of some kind. But... you don't really know much about them. You're still getting kind of trying to figure out what to do. In these conversations, you don't want to say the wrong thing to alert them to the fact that you're not actually Edie. So you kind of just nod as if you always understand things and don't ask many questions.
Okay. Can I do some sort of check on the piece of metal to, like, knowing that it's from a card, but, like, what it is?
Make an Arcana check.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
How many is that?
That is
10?
like I think
8?
like 6 or something like that.
Because
Oh,
Marty rolled 2.
right. I think it's like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So with a nat 20, you're looking at it. Clearly, this piece of metal, this thing, has to do with like the joints that allowed the mechs to connect with each other. It was like that kind of arcane, because not only was the machinery like that, when you were dealing with both the straight and the full house, when they broke apart, they didn't really always look exactly like what the combination created. Like, something happened whenever they combined together, it was like a magic would fill in the gaps or would create things that weren't there to kind of fill out the picture. And this is clearly part of those gears, part of that system, be it arcane or not, that kind of allows for machines to combine. Allows for these like arcane things to combine into something.
Okay. And that's all that's in this box, buried in the food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. How tall is the golden swill?
How tall is it?
Yeah, like how many stories is the building?
This one's a big one. This one's like, I look, this is just how my DM style goes. I have movies, I have TV, and then I have locations in Los Angeles. It is the height of like the Grove's Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. I think I know what the
3 stories.
That's 3 stories? Okay.
It's 2, but it's a high 2.
Yeah, technically it's 2 because it's on a different story, but like I'm going with that. It's like when you look at it, you're like, wow, that's an imposing building. Ah, the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, you know.
Reeks of greed and excess.
Yes.
And gluttony.
Yes.
I love the Cheesecake
Large
Factory.
portions.
I'm gonna is there any like vines on the sides of this fancy building that I could like potentially climb up?
There's not really any vines, just because it's clearly like that's the aesthetic that they're going for, but you could probably make your way up. It would be a little difficult, but you're pretty good at it.
I'm gonna try to climb up to see if I can find the workshop of this lovely tinkerer.
Okay. You start your climb. We'll get back to you, but let's go back into the Taste of Home. So Taste of Home. Both brothers who are meeting each other for the first time are sitting there kind of getting their bearings. Tomas is kind of awkwardly twiddling his thumbs. Alright, so you really want to cook with me?
I think it could be a great bonding moment, and also I think maybe we could do very well, because I can't taste the food, but you can, and I know I have a rough idea of how to put everything together. Can I ask, are there any rules when competing in the competition that, like, are you allowed to scope out the other restaurants or the other chefs?
Well, that's kind of why I was a little bit worried when you said it. The thing is, they take this really seriously.
Good.
But not in a way that's very noble. It was, from my understanding, they have been recruiting the best chefs across all of the planes of existence and putting them here. And by them, I mean the Council of Six, at least one of them. I'm not quite sure who, but what they are doing is that they are essentially creating a paradise of the best food in the verse. If we can't go out there, it will be here. And as such, these chefs, including Dad, kind of get a bit of a ego about it. And yeah, you can do much more than just scope out. It can get ruthless. People have died.
People have died?
Yes.
What, so they send other chefs out to kill the other chefs?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because the truth is, if you can't beat them at food, you could just
kill them?
Yeah.
What kind of town is this?
This is.
It's Fablerise.
It's the only.
Yeah!
Yeah, you see him just go like, well.
Alright, no, I did the opposite. Sorry, go on.
Well, you see Tomas kind of go, is that not normal?
No, not at all. You don't kill other people in the competition just because they're better than you. You lose like a proper brave person, or not person.
Wow.
I thought all of Presmere watches and like remembers when you do bad things. I thought there was like a mystical karma here, like.
Well, there is.
Okay, so.
Well, I mean,
okay.
But the truth is that people do bad things all the time, thinking that they'll get around it. It eventually catches up with them, for sure.
That's why I'm here. I'm Presmere catching up with our lying, cheating dad.
You just see Tomas go like, what?
Do I feel Presmere going like?
Oh, make an Arcana or Insight check for me.
That's spicy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Come on, Madison.
Let's go, Maddie.
Botch. It was bound to happen.
Aw.
Hey, no,
That's
wait,
when
no-
we needed a nat 20.
Wait, but we liked it. Yeah.
wait, but we liked it.
We liked it.
Can you get advantage?
Just you know, all those other nat 20s. It was about time.
What is
to
it?
have a
The
couple
help
of
action?
ones.
Help.
So, does bile just come out of my mouth?
Everyone always remembers the health
I'm
action
Prismy.
after the failure.
And then I vomit a little bit.
I energetically felt it. I want
So we're gonna go with the botch because it's funnier. You.
Mhm.
So you have this moment where you're like, maybe I haven't really gotten into touch with the karmic side of the Feywild. You do know it's acting insane here, and also you do know for sure that you were taught about the arcane, about the karmic judgment by maybe the worst guide in the world, Sir Talavar. So you're not sure exactly how it works, but you're like, maybe just maybe. And as you start to think to yourself, you get this like overwhelming sense of just pure your own thoughts. Very much like the moment where you got overwhelmed with your worry for Gulzog when having a happy little thought. And you start to realize in this moment how easy it could be for any chef to kind of go crazy here, because you're already starting to feel it.
I do feel a little crazy
Yeah.
right now. Okay, great. I choke back a little bit of vomit, and I just sit down for a second.
So that's the thing. But I didn't realize that it wasn't very normal. I thought that that's what it was like. I mean, that's kind of how it is everywhere. In every business here in Fable Rise, it's kind of like a competition to be the best.
Okay. get ready to get some milk to balance out this dish, because it's about to get spicy. Do you have a regular meat? I almost vomited because I had every thought I've ever had a second ago, and I was also trying to tap into
Right.
the magic of this world. So
Right,
I'm sorry.
sure. Yeah, no, it's very
Um,
dangerous to
So it
tap
was a
into
bad time. It was a bad time. Do you have a regular meeting with our dad, whatever the hell he's calling himself now? Like, do you see him on Saturdays so he could be like, "Hey, I've been lifting weights and cooking pies. How you doing, my disappointed son?" Would you have like a regular
I do.
meeting time with him?
Well, I do. I haven't much since the competition really started in earnest, but I do see him every so often. Yeah, we get a dinner back at home once a week.
And does he know I'm here?
No, like I said, I didn't. Well, I thought maybe it would be a surprise and he'd be happy to see you, but he.
No, fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck that. Fuck
okay.
him.
Okay.
But I could cast disguise. I could look like you and have a meeting with him to see what he's thinking about for the competition.
Okay. Okay. You're not gonna hurt our dad, are you?
What? No. I just want to. I want you and I to bait him in a cook-off. I'm not gonna. What?
Well,
No.
I just mentioned how that there were chef assassins, and then you got all excited and started
No,
talking about disguising
no,
yourself
I'm
as me
not
and
gonna
talking to
no.
Dad.
I wouldn't give him the satisfaction.
Okay. All right. Well then, I'm in.
Nice,
But,
and then we get tattoos. Because we are brothers, and we don't need our dad to make us brothers. But that's for later. We don't have to talk about getting tattoos. No, I don't have any.
All
And I
right.
don't know how you feel about them. So never mind. That was a bad idea.
But so you're saying that because I have this job here, but if we were doing it, we would be doing it for David's? Right, for David's.
You haven't met David. He's a great guy, and he's clearly been dealt a bad hand. And I think this whole city would benefit from competition that isn't being controlled by some hotel mob.
Right. All right. Well then, I guess I'm in.
Yes.
I just want to say, just for the record, it is really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, and I'm sorry I said. I'm sorry I said this place was a piece of shit. It's actually a really nice place.
Well,
I like all the exposed brick, and I was just feeling a little self-conscious because I've always dreamed of cooking in a place like this that has family-style seating, and it's really nice.
well, that's all right. I don't really know much about the world, and so it could be a piece of shit. But this is actually a nice place. No one thinks that the Taste of Home is going to be winning anything, so it feels safe enough. No one's going to be trying to assassinate anyone here.
You keep saying that like it's gonna happen sometime.
Well, I'm just saying that it does happen. We do get people. It gets dangerous, and you're already on the radar of the Darling family. and their pillow fort, and you're already dealing with so many dangerous things. What am I saying? You've taken down much more dangerous things, and you've been fated in some ways, it seems. Fated, right. To do even more. I mean, so I shouldn't be worried. You can deal with some chef assassins and whatever the Lollipop Guild throws at you, and also whatever the Pillow Fort does too. You're all very cool. I've enjoyed spying on you. It's been kind. It's been nice.
Can I communicate with you through?
Well, I think so.
Do I call him?
Like I said, it's an odd thing, right? It's something that's outside of the realm of what magic usually is with a familiar, but I think it's because I made a deal, a little bit of a small, itsy pact with the familiar spirit itself. I think that in some ways we've been able to share it. That's kind of both of our familiar, and I wasn't able to communicate with you when we're too far apart, but since we're now both in the same city, probably within a certain range, of course. But the truth is that you can call it Tomas or whatever you wish. It's kind of a weird either coincidence or magical karma about the world that you started calling it Tomas without even knowing me. Not sure. That's a question for another day.
I can't think too hard about
right,
that.
Right,
or I'll
right.
Vomit again.
But
okay, it was great. Sorry, go ahead.
No, right. Well, I'm here most days. I have a little place to stay, down in the mid spiral. It's the perks of being a son of a famous chef.
I spit.
Okay, you're angry. I didn't know how you'd react, but you're angry.
You should come visit us sometime at David's.
Oh,
We're doing a lot of work on it. It's going to look really nice.
He botched his insight check to see if he knows you're flirting with him. He's like, all right, I should for sure. That's a very good idea, Marabella.
Thank you.
And it's fine that I call you Marabella, right?
Absolutely fine. That's what my friends call me, and everyone else. I don't have a nickname.
All right, of course. I'd love to see you and meet you and Griselda. And again, is Zara all right? And is Gulzog okay?
We don't know.
Oh,
fingers crossed.
I used to get quite concerned when people from our party would disappear, but it's happened so many times now. I assume they'll come back in some way.
We're gonna flip on over once again to Zara. Zara, can you make an athletics check for me?
Is it possible to make an acrobatics check?
Oh, right. Yes, of course it is. Of course it's
Thank
possible to make it. That's the actual skill that I should have said in the first place.
That is gonna be 25.
25. Easy. You're able to kind of like quickly scale up this. Your body's so light now, being in this body, that you're able to kind of use in conjunction with needle and thread, kind of grapple around things, swing, walk on up. And it's a quick, easy trip to the top. And at the top, make a perception check for me. Once you get to like the top of this very tall golden building overlooking this area of the city.
22.
22. You see on top of this place is kind of already there. This tin soldier, it's Pavel. Pavel's just still there. Or not still there, Pavel is somehow just up there. Doesn't look like it was expecting you. Pavel just kind of goes, "Oh. Is everything alright?"
Yeah. Checking. Just checking.
Apologies. I am looking out for him. Gloryhoof told me that some of the people that I told you about that we encountered down on the ground when we were fighting the strait. He saw one of them. And he was trying to get them to safety, but then saw that they were taken by members of the Sky Guard. We believe it was Smirk and Sullivan. So, I was trying to scout and see if I could see anything, and I think I've gotten a lock on the others of that group. Are you alright, Edie?
Was I there for the encounter that he's talking about?
I believe so. Were you there with the straight?
I was. Who
Yeah.
who are the people he's talking about though that got captured?
Well, he's literally talking about Gulzog. But you don't know
he's
that.
talking about Gulzog.
You don't know that. He was saying that that's the group that he found down in the ground, which would be you all. And one of those people, Gloryhoof said, like, "Hey, I saw one of them come into the city, but they got captured."
No, I'm good. What? Sorry, my just
Right.
so inundated with stuff. Where again is the place that someone that is captured might head off to again? Be taken? It's my brain. Sorry.
Make a deception check with
Okay.
advantage because he already does think it's you after that insane roll.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. Wait, I get to reroll the 1. I get to reroll the 1, right?
Yeah, you can if you want to.
Okay. Oh man.
I'm sorry to homework you this, but isn't that a halfling thing? I'm so.
No. You're completely right. What did you get on that?
I ended up getting a 21.
21. So, there's this moment, almost karmically, magically, where you can feel yourself tapping back into like that halfling luck of yours. Just that knack for never hitting the worst of the worst. And in your mind, you just hear, "Well, I guess we could cheat a little bit for my best friend." And that 1 becomes the 20, what, 3?
21.
21. Zara has halfling luck, but it's coming from a source that she may not enjoy. As essentially the cat bends fate for you. And just you hear in your head, but also the smile appears, the floating smile. And you know you can only you can see it at this moment. And you just hear the words, "I am going to take credit for this one." Pavel just goes, "Right, of course. I don't mean to pressure you or pry. I don't know what that damn cult did to you, so sorry. If it was Smirk and Sullivan, then they probably took him to timeout. Down in the lower spirals. I doubt it was a legitimate arrest. Gloryhoof has incredible eyesight. Was able to see out for many yards. Saw at one point the rookies returned very easily, and if they were going down to the precinct, it would have been very obvious. Anyway, I was just scoping out, seeing what the rest of his friends do. I found them, and I figured they could be allies, yes? So, I guess I should warn them. Let them know that their friend has been captured.
Yeah, they'll probably want to know that information, just based off of what I know of friendship.
Right.
Can I look around? Is this guy is he the Tinkerer?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 14?
No, he's just in love with you, and you don't know, and he's like, he's high up in this rebellion, and he's in love with the person that you are inhabiting, and you know that person is dead, but you're in their body, and it's not great. It's not good. And so he just kind of seems very sad in general, but is clearly a very respectful person, but also, again, let's be clear, tin soldier, tiny tin soldier talking to a porcelain doll on top of a golden restaurant. That's what's happening at the moment. So we're all clear.
Based on the layout of the room, is this the room of the Tinkerer? Like,
Well,
is this the...
you got to the roof. So you're
I got to the roof,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're on the roof. If you wanted to go inside, you could, but... you got to the roof to, like, see first, yeah.
Okay, on my way down, can I just, like, peek into every, and, like, kind of stealth, like, see into every room?
It's like, all right, I'll go tell them. As Pavel kind of moves his way down. Make a stealth check for me.
Okay. 23.
23. Yeah, you're able to kind of slink in through one of the windows. And you see, like, up top, there's this kind of sparse-looking room. Almost like an attic. Like, there's not really much going on this floor. It's like almost an entire floor that kind of feels like a warehouse. It could be a workshop. You see in the corner, there's just this, like, not corner, just kind of towards the back of the room, there's this red velvet curtain drawn. And then as, like, you're getting closer to the red velvet curtain, there's some, you know, gears and springs kind of scattered about. Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 gets you... You start to hear, like, little murmurings, just like... Just like little hums. Just... coming from behind the curtain. And that's what you get. Oh, can you hear me?
No. Wait, no, I didn't hear the thing that I got. I thought did you type it?
No, but did everyone else hear me? Sorry. No? Okay. Weird. Okay, varying things. So you heard, like, little hums from beyond the curtain.
Uh-huh.
And that's all you heard. That's what you
got. That's all I heard. I see.
Yeah.
There was like a pause, and then you said that, and then I heard typing, and then that's what you got.
No,
and I was like, oh, did I get it?
I thought I said that's what you heard, and that's all you got.
Okay. Can I continue to stealth and just kind of peek in and see who this person is and maybe what they're working
Yeah. Make another stealth check for me.
Okay. That is a 23.
23. You see, as you stealth in, do you peek behind the curtain?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you pull back the curtain, and you see just a very small, plain-looking old man, kind of white hair, kind of, classic inventor goggles on, just kind of humming, has basically a setup that looks like he's there to paint miniatures, as he's just kind of tinkering with some stuff.
Is there a puppet with a very long nose in the room?
No. Close, but no cigar.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Can I see what he's tinkering on? Like, is his back to me? Can I just, like, kind of...
Yeah, make a perception check as you just kind of move around.
Oh, I re-rolled that 19.
Was it a 1 again?
It was.
You just hear in your head, sloppy. As you then are able to see, as like you almost see, you're like looking over here and you almost feel the cat's paw appear out of nowhere and like point your head in the direction that it should be looking in, and then just pat you on your head as it just blips out of existence. You can see that they're just working on what looks like just like a mechanical hook. Like just this like weird contraption that looks like it's a hook on the end of, basically it looks like it's an advanced hook hand of some kind.
Does it look like it was eaten recently by an alligator?
It does not look like it was recently eaten by an alligator. No.
Okay.
But that's what it looks like they're working on, is kind of retrofitting these different gears to make this kind of prosthetic.
And he's actively working on that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I can actively take?
You can try. What do you want? Because like in this little workshop, it's hard to see like what you would want. But there's different like scrap metals around. There is a like sitting in a pile, what looks like a broken mask, like a metallic face mask of some kind. You can see that most of it's on the table that he's working on. And there's like a couple of odd contraptions that look, make a history check for me.
14?
You're not sure what it means. You're not sure like what they are. They look kind of like handheld devices of some kind, but you're unsure of what they are. If you want to try to steal something, you can.
I'm gonna take one of these, like, what this, because it looks completed, right? I'm gonna take one of those completed contraptions.
Okay.
And I'll leave the scrap metal that I stole from the bin, and I'm gonna just fly back out.
Okay, make a stealth check as you're kind of creeping further in behind the curtain, and then make a sleight of hand check.
27 for the stealth and 10 for the sleight of hand.
Okay. So you kind of hear still the humming. It doesn't seem like you're noticed, but you go to pick this thing up and it is much heavier than you expect it to be. It's like solid metal, and you're still able to kind of slink into the shadows, but as you try to pull it out, it makes a loud like ding ding ding, and you're instantly able to kind of back away for a moment, unseen, still completely unseen, But the man kind of goes, huh? Hello? Hello? If anyone's there, please. Please don't harm me. Just, don't strike me. Please don't.
I roll an insight check.
Uh-huh.
19.
19. Seems very shaky, kind of frightened. This is a weaker man. You can trust that I am. I can be quite terrible. So
I'm just gonna wait it out for him to just eventually think that maybe just something fell off a shelf. And when he goes back to what he's doing, I'm gonna just get out of there.
Oh. Oh. All right. And he goes back to work. Make one more sleight of hand check for me.
That's 22.
22. You're able to take this thing, whatever it is, away. As this little man, just working behind the curtain, continues to work and tinker and hum to himself. Back down, there is a kind of a knock on the restaurant door of the Taste of Home. And you kind of hear the door creak open, and all of you who are in there see a tin soldier that you all recognize. Pavel, who is the one who gave you the means to come to Favorize, walks in. Hello. I see you made it.
Pavel!
Yes. It is very nice to see you all. I think you are someone I have not met yet. As he points to Griselda. You are not with them, but you are clearly a friend.
Yes, nice to meet you.
I am Pavel.
She puts out her hand.
Tiny little tin soldier, like, salutes.
Oh, it's cute.
Very nice to meet you. I bring unfortunate news. It seems that the other one of your band, the big one, at least I have not seen the other small one yet, but the big one has been captured by the Darling Corporation, the family, the Pillow Fort. Have you had dealings with these peoples?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, can we do some insight check? Oh, do we try?
Oh,
I don't know him, so I want to see if I can.
You can do an insight check. Yeah, you don't know him.
Right,
Yeah.
Gulzog. I'm not blaming him. I don't like. You know, for being named the Darling Corporation, they really seem anything but.
I got 23.
23. You look to your friends almost immediately, and they seem completely at ease with this guy.
Okay.
You don't sense any kind of malice in his voice. He seems genuinely concerned for your friend.
Oh.
So yes, I am. if he is where I think he might be, there are ways that we could extract him.
Whatever we need to do, we will do it.
All right. I hate to do this. Truly, I know it kind of feels. I wanted to do this out of the kindness of my heart, and I will. However, we do need help here as well. So if I am able to help you with this, we don't need to make it a deal, just a understanding that maybe you'll help me once I've given you all the information, once we have your friend out of where he is right now, that we could at least have a discussion about maybe you all helping me.
Sure. I'm not trying to speak for everyone, but sounds good for me.
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. You see, Tomas just goes, well, all right. Your friend Gulzog is in danger. Well then, let's go. Let's figure it out.
Let's go.
And where is Zara?
We don't know.
All right. I'm going to see if this is actually a not bad place for us to plan. I'll explain later. Let me call in my right hand, and I have another friend who may be able to help us as well. But as night falls, I think we need to get your friend out of timeout. That's the I believe the prison that he's in. That's what it's called. So, once the night falls, is everyone okay with a prison break?
Whoa.
We fly on over to you, Gulzog, in with Talavar. So that's
Okay.
why. What? Oh,
No.
I was just. So that's why they call me Sir Talavar. I was knighted.
I know, that's very impressive.
Yes.
I was just thinking,
Yes.
whilst paying attention, that there's no way my friends have gotten used to members of the group getting missing and have gotten jaded about members of the group getting missing. I'm sure they're doing everything they can to get us out right away.
Mhm.
And they didn't have to wait for someone outside the group to come, let them know that they should break us out. Like, they're going to come for us. But
Right.
in the meantime,
Of course.
we should get back to testing the self for weaknesses and figuring out when exactly the guard shifts change. So let's do that. Do I have a little slit on the front of the door?
Classic. Yes, of course.
Yeah, Gulzog's gonna look through the little slit.
Okay, make a perception check with disadvantage.
All right, let me get out of Procreate. Well, disadvantage.
It's the
12.
little slit in the door. As you kind of come face to face, you put your head, like, eyes through it. You see two Aarakocra eyes kind of glance right back at you.
Can I make out what species?
Yeah, pretty quickly, it's the Raven.
Hi.
What are you doing, man?
I just wanted to ask about when I'll be meeting with the boss. Because I would like to get that permit sorted out.
Just so you know, when the shit goes down, and I know it will go down, I'm gonna be the one to kill you.
Gulzog is gonna gulp, and then his cartoon eyebrows are gonna go like this. I'll look for you out there.
And in your head, you hear, deep in the recesses of your mind, after a long time of not hearing him, you just hear, "Yes! Yes, Gulzog! Yes!" As we pan out, as night begins to fall. Next time, gang, we got a prison break on our hands. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us. This was a fun one. We'll finally see. Maybe Zara will finally be a part of the group again. Who knows? Oh my god, so much happened. We have Tomas, Tone's brother. We have the revelation that this cooking competition has assassins. We have Marabella, we have Sir Talavar. We have Marabella, who is for sure gonna fuck that brother, and so
I'm
much
gonna marry
more.
your brother.
Thank you so much, gang, for being here.
I can't wait for us to kill Talabar next week. What?
I can't wait to kill that raven.
Next week, I think next week it might be a different time. I will let you all know. We'll try to figure it out. But thank you so much for being here. Follow us on our socials. Go follow us on our Patreon if you're so inclined. That's brand new to us. We're still getting used to it. The fact that we even have one. But if you want to support us even more, it's a really good time, and we really will be doing a lot more behind the scenes content of our podcast. Does anyone have anything else they would like to plug at this moment?
Yeah. Oh, please go ahead, Natasha.
Oh, thank you. Support the actors strike. And I'm teaching a clown class on Friday, and I'm doing a clown class on the 1st of November. So do acting, support acting,
Yes.
do all that.
Go follow Natasha on her socials. Teaching classes all the damn time, and if you happen to be interested, take one, because it's Natasha.
I noticed we had some newcomers tonight to the stream.
Mhm.
If you're interested in any news about the stream and stuff, you should definitely check out the Hero Club Discord. That's where most of the stream news happens. And I personally, this Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, will be doing an art stream on the Hero Club Twitch. This very same Twitch. I'll be continuing my work on the party lineup. I'm going to be drawing all these characters that you just listened to. So
Yes.
it should be
And
fun.
As you can see, all the art that you see at the moment on screen, other than the background is a
Yeah.
Trixie Wizard, but the character art, that is Marty as well, as many of you know, but if you don't, that's true. Yeah, so come join Marty, as he is the most technologically inept out of all of us when it comes to streaming, and it's honestly, it's part of the fun of those streams.
What-
every
Yeah,
single
come
time.
for the
What
art,
time is
stay
that
for
again?
watching me figure it out.
Yeah.
What time
Or
is that again
fail
on
to.
Friday?
What?
What time is that again on Friday?
That is 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and if you need to double check that, you can go to the Hero Club Instagram or my Instagram, and there's a post that details all of that.
Incredible.
Anyway, yes,
I
John?
if I could, couple things to promote.
Of course.
I'm in a musical that just came out on YouTube. If you like the musical, please watch it and share it.
Hey, what's that musical called?
It's called Nerdy Prudes Must Die.
Hell yeah, it
It
is.
is really good. We're all really proud of it. And if you listen to it already and you like the music, review the album on iTunes, because it helps us a lot with the almighty algorithm. Workin' Boys also just came out, and some incredible performances there. And then finally, I'll be promoting it more on Thursday, but Marty, Jasmine, and another friend of ours, Katie, are starting a game design company, and it's called Weird Orb, and we're working on a game right now, and I'll be sharing it on my socials as well.
Yeah. You can follow that Instagram at Weird Orb, right?
At Weird Orb is
Whoa.
the social on Instagram. On Twitter or X or whatever, it is at Weird Orb Games.
Twitter.
But, more to come from that.
Twitter. We're not Pluto is still a planet. HBO's HBO. We're not
Right.
calling it X
I'm not calling
in
it
this
Max.
house.
I'm not calling it exactly. So
Anything else?
yeah, that's it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.